It's the new hit list on 102.7 Kiss FM. I'm Kayla, and I got Raye.
Hi.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, hi.
You have such an amazing radio voice.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my God, you just turned that on.
Really?
I was like, wow.
Wait, is it different than what I like when I was talking to you before? Is it kind of like
Just very
slightly?
subtly.
Maybe I just become a little bit more professional.
Yeah, it's like that, when you pick up the phone and you're
Yeah.
like, hello. Yeah.
That customer service voice.
Yeah, girl, you ate it up. I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Can I just say that at the Met Gala, you were stunning.
Oh, thank you.
That was your whole look, your whole, I was like, wow.
Oh
How did
my
it feel to be
gosh.
there?
Girl, it was very overwhelming. And I mean that in a good way. But where I'm from, we don't, do you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is very, very fancy, very, imposter syndrome was real.
Yeah.
And I met so many amazing people. Yeah, my heart was kind of just going. I got back to my hotel, did that happen? Yeah, it was nuts.
You had an iconic selfie moment with Ed Sheeran, Shakira.
Yes.
I was like, okay, yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Girl, that whole night is just kind of like, whoa, everyone just in one room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you told iHeartRadio, you were like, usually, I'm the one on Twitter scrolling through,
Yep.
looking at the outfits like
Oh,
the rest of
yes.
us. So from the outside looking in, now that you're there,
Yeah.
is it everything and more that it seems to be from the outside looking in?
It is. Do you know, it really is. And I'm so grateful and really blessed that I got an invite and I was able to go. But, do you know what I mean?
It was a lot.
Yeah, I was like,
She's like, I need to go back to my normal regular
Yeah,
world.
I
I have
was
to put
like-
on sweats,
it
take
was-
off this. This
it
is too
was-
tight.
And I know it sounds horrible me saying that, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I was so grateful I got to go. That's a bucket list thing ticked off. And I
Yeah.
met so many incredible people that night as well. So,
I love that.
yeah.
Well, I have to say congratulations. This has been a great year for you. Oh my gosh, 6 Brit Awards. You co-wrote a song with Beyoncé, her song Riverdance. That is insane. And this is not the first time that you wrote with her. How does that happen? How does one get their song into the hands of Beyoncé?
Girl, if I knew, if I knew the true answer to that, yeah, I don't even know. It's a bit of a kind of a double miracle, but also, there's no greater feeling really than being able to be just a little part of
Yeah.
the artists of our generation,
Yeah.
So I'm just really happy I got to add my little piece in there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Cowboy Carter eats.
Are you kidding me? My favorite album.
Yeah, she
My
came
favorite album
to deliver.
She did. She definitely did.
Yeah.
But there's no doubt that you're a great songwriter. But now, you're finally getting your recognition as an artist. My 21st Century Blues, amazing body of work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
After everything that you've been through, how did it feel to finally put it out there?
It felt good, and I think as well, the last, when did we put it out? February the 3rd. I think it was February the 6th, 3rd. Anyway, since we put it out to now, it's just gone better than I could have even imagined. I think also, not to get soppy, but being told for ages that albums aren't important and no one will want to hear your album, to just feeling the complete polar opposite during this entire campaign has just been the most rewarding feeling. Yeah, and I would describe it as a miracle. I feel like it's just been miracle upon miracle for me over this last 2 years, really. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you deserve it.
Thank
you
you,
really
girl.
do. When you won Album of the Year, you brought your grandma up there. And that was a moment.
It was.
What role did she play in to getting you to where you are now?
Oh, my grandma is the most selfless, absolute woman. My parents both used to work full time. My grandma used to pick us up from school every day. She lived in Ghana and loves Ghana. She's like the queen of Ghana. She lands, she knows everyone. She's like,
She
hello,
reps
hello,
it
hello,
hard.
Miss Popular. Do you know what I mean? But she moved when I was born to, live in our family house. And that woman raised us. Do you know what I mean? She poured so much love and prayers into my life. If you know, them
Yes.
grandmas who just go above and beyond.
Grandma's prayers are nothing to play with. Are you kidding me?
Don't play.
Okay.
Do not play. That lady is
They come
awake at
true.
3 a.m. Praying. And it's just even that moment, especially culturally, in Ghana, like my mum's Ghanaian too, and it's like a big thing, you know, honouring someone, lifting their hand in the air and being like, thank you on a platform like that. Being able to do that for my grandma, money can't even buy. Do you know what I mean?
I absolutely know what you mean.
That was a really big deal for our family, and just a really beautiful moment to be able to also say thank you, grandma. Like, all your prayers was worth it.
It was.
You know?
All the nights that you stayed up praying over me at night.
All of it, living in rainy England, you know, when you could have been in the motherland. No,
I get
I'm
it.
so
My
grateful
grandmother
for
did
her.
the same thing every single night, like praying over the house, praying over
you know
her
what I'm
grandchildren.
saying?
Yes, man. And those prayers are strong. So and clearly they came true.
Serious.
The prophesize. But what I love about you and your music is how vulnerable you are. And when an artist gets deep like that, and you know, it touches me. Some of your songs, Escapism, Ice Cream Man, like you go there. Why is it important for you to do that?
I think it's kind of instinctive. I think just as an artist, that's just how I feel compelled to communicate in my music, or what I feel like I need to do. And I think it's even when I am writing those songs, I'm not necessarily even thinking about the process of it, people hearing it. So I think it's very much a state of mind of like, oh, I need to get this off my chest, or I really want to express this, or I really want to put this story into a song. And then you kind of cross the bridge of being like, okay, are we sharing this? You know, because that's a whole second thought. I think it's a real blessing and a curse kind of being so open in music, but I do think that's the artist I want to be. And yeah.
Can we please talk about this song, Genesis?
Yeah.
It is phenomenal.
Have you heard it?
Yes, I have.
Oh!
I don't think a song has hit me this hard since Billie Eilish's Everything I Wanted.
Girl, don't get me gas right now.
I know, I'm so serious. This song, it felt so transparent and raw. Can you take us back to the day that you wrote that song, and like, what were you feeling?
Yes, I'm so happy you said that, by the way, because I've been so nervous to...
It hit me.
Girl.
And I think as somebody who has struggled with those kind of things, that's why. You know what I mean? So I think so many people are going to be able to relate to it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I might cry.
Girl, no, don't. Girl, like, this song has been a labor of love, and like, genuinely, it must have been 2022 when I started chipping away at it with Rodney Jerkins, who's Dark Child, who is one of the most iconic producers and musicians. And I've really put him through the ringer on this, but he has just been the perfect partner for this as well, because, you know, it started as, you know, the first part where it's kind of this calm, gospel-y, note to self kind of vibe. The song kind of started like that and then transitioned into the drums. But then I remember feeling, because originally it wasn't even a Raye song. It was just a song that we was just writing. And as time went on, I was like, no, there's something about this. And so then I began just chipping away. And girl, when I tell you, everything has been replaced and then chipped away at, edited, tried again. The song didn't even have a chorus before. The Sad Little Sinner part was kind of like a later edition where I was like, the song needs a chorus, you know? And it's just been like, I care so much about this piece of music. It's tricky to even call it a single in my mind because it's like 7 minutes, 3 parts.
Yeah.
I'm calling it kind of an intermission. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got My 21st Century Blues, you got Genesis, which is an intermission, and then I'm going to go and write a second album. But I've labeled it this song as if it was an album, girl. I don't know why I've put myself through the ringer on it like this. Girl, we were shooting the video, yeah? We was about to shoot the video, and ask me why I'm in the studio 3 days before the video, like, the master's not correct. Like, we've got edits to do. Like, things need to be better. Like, I put myself through it, but I'm so proud of it.
Feel it. Oh. I mean, the one that, like, obviously, like, that I'm speaking about is part 2, right? And the literalization of the lyrics is so crazy. Like, the beats and the tempo take you on the roller coaster and echo the words that you're saying, so you really feel the song. And that is, like, kind of rare. You know what I mean? Like, what goes into creating something like this? Like, who's in the room with you? Do you pick other people's brains? Do you have to create an atmosphere for that?
So basically, on the writing side, it was just me, myself, and I going absolutely. Now, there was a day I went to Orlando to work with Rodney on this song, and my goodness, I think there's a picture somewhere, but I literally have books and sheets of just lyrics everywhere. And actually, this was kind of a lyric first song. So it was like the lyrics were there, and then I needed to find the right melodies and where I was going to put them and everything. But I had an amazing engineer on this project who records the vocals called Anna, she's just brilliant, brought the correct energy needed. Rodney, and then there was two other guys who were there in the beginning who helped make some of the other sounds. But yeah, everyone involved was great. And then for the big band, Genesis 3, I got Tom Richards, who's an amazing big band arranger, to help me put it together. I was singing him voice notes backstage at the Glasgow show. Like, we need to open like... Yeah, heart, but great people and a lot of love.
Yeah, I love it. Some of the lyrics that you say, I edited my pictures to make my waist look slimmer and my ass look bigger, so that I'm someone you aspire to get me on your algorithm, which is like a complete representation of the generation that we live in right now. And obviously you wrote these lyrics, and you live some of your lyrics. Is fame hard for you? Has it been hard to get used to people analyzing your every move and watching you and critiquing you?
I think, I'm still on the better side of things in terms of the fact that, I still am up and coming. There's still loads of people who are like, oh, there's this new artist who I heard the other day. Do you know what I mean? So it's not like I don't know how these Taylor Swifts and Selenas and Arianas do it. I don't. Rihanna, I don't know. I don't understand, because that's a lot. Like, it's a lot. But also there's a thing where I just feel like there's a lot of things that we're all experiencing and going through that we're just not speaking about, and and we just kind of all have this kind of same, like, we're all, I don't know about you, but I find myself being so mean to myself, like absolutely. Like, I was thinking about it the other day, if I was to speak to someone the way that I speak to myself, or if I was to witness someone speak to myself that way, I would interject and be like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But and it's a lot, so I think even that aside, and then you build that on top of other people's kind of input and horrible comments and people just saying
So
stuff without even
mean.
thinking.
Yes.
There's a lot of nasty people out there, but yeah, so I try and block it out. Also, I don't even have access to my own social media. So
that's probably for the best. Yeah,
definitely.
People are so cruel, and I do struggle with that kind of stuff. The world is so hard, and so you make it harder on yourself.
No,
I get imposter syndrome being in front of people like you sometimes.
Oh, girl, no.
But it's true.
But that's what it is, isn't it? And it's so sad how positivity is so much quieter than something negative. You could read 10 lovely comments, someone saying really nice things about you, and then someone comes along like, you look like this, you're fat, and you're this, and you're like, oh my God, my entire day, you spend the entire day trying to unpick that lie from your identity. It's deep.
It's deep. But in the song, I felt like there was a silver lining. You talk about Genesis 1 verses 3, which is like, let there be light.
Yes.
And so it sounded like there was like this internal battle of like, I'm sad, I'm going through all these things, but like, let there be light. And you kind of like command it to life at 100%. The end. And that was the last words of that particular song. Did you do that intentionally? What is that light for you?
100%. And I think, look, like music is the only way I kind of really know how to express myself on what I feel, what I see, both in myself and the world around us, and my mum always says this, like, everyone's fighting some sort of internal conflict, everyone's carrying something, especially, you come into contact with someone who's really bitter or really mean to you. It's probably because they're really hurt, or they're really hurting. Hurt people. It's all of this stuff. And I think it's true, whether you believe in a higher power or a God or the universe or science or whatever you believe, it's a fact that the only thing that's more powerful than darkness is light. And
absolutely.
I think it's so important, even when, to be candid, when going through the darkest times in your life, on a personal level, even depression, like, there's times, I'm sure it's part of the human experience to experience those lows, and when you're in that, it's like I realized that I had to make a conscious choice to be like, I cannot stay here. I can't, and being like, I have to try and find a positive. I have to try and see the glass half full, and yeah, I don't know. It's a lot and it's deep, and I could talk about it for hours, but
Me too.
yeah, because it's not, and that's
Yeah.
why I just wanted to also make this song something that, as well as it is medicine for me, that it can be for anyone else who's just in a rut or in something dark or is battling something or is things are weighing heavy on you, you know, that there is hope. Hope is the only thing that we can hold on to in this life.
So you said that like you just wanted to get this off your shoulders. Like you knew you had My 21st Century Blues. So this isn't the beginning of a new era. This is just something that you were passionate about, right? That's what it sounds like?
This is,
Okay.
yeah. I'd say, and I don't know yet if it's going to belong to an album or not.
Yeah.
But I just know that I wanted to share it, and I put so much heart into it and into the visuals as well. I'm just really proud of this piece of music, and I really was itching to share it. So I'm nervous, but I'm definitely excited, and it feels right in my gut. So yeah.
Well, I love it so much. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, girl.
Sorry,
I know venting. I've been venting on this mic. You might need to edit it, chop some bits out.
That is what I love. You know, like this is the part of my job that I love is like showcasing your true feelings, because so many people can relate, and we don't get to see this side of everybody. Some people don't show it, and it makes you more relatable. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you for like being willing to go there.
Thank you,
know.
Girl. Thank you.
Before I let you go, because I know you have to go perform. This is the new hit list, and we love spotlighting new artists and new talent that maybe people don't know about. So is there somebody on your playlist that you love and you're like, wow, they need to be bigger than what they are?
Yes.
Let me shout them out.
So there's an artist called Olivia Dean. I don't know if you know her. Oh, girl.
Okay. I'm going to
dig in.
Immediately.
Olivia Dean, she's a British artist. She's just elite. We actually went to the same school. She was in the year below me. And she's such an incredible musician. Her music is gorgeous. Her voice is insane. And she put out an album called Messy. And it's warm, gorgeous, like real instruments, like beautiful album. So check her out.
Okay.
And then Raye, you should... Do you know about her?
I feel like I've heard of her.
She's amazing. She is kind of like
soul,
modern jazz.
Okay.
I think she's half Icelandic. Her mum also is like an insane classically trained violinist, and she plays the cello as well.
Okay.
And she's building up an incredible following, and her music is just divine and really, really beautiful. Yeah. So Raye and Olivia Dean are my two.
Check
go
them
and
out.
listens.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, darling.
Appreciate you for being here. Please come back, and we love the song.
Thank you, girl. Thanks for having me.
No problem. It's the new hit list on Kiss.